Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back once again to our Viking Let's Build series, and today we're going to be building the Viking bakery, and I decided to put it right next to the Viking town hall, and hopefully that ends up being a good spot. But also I put in some more of these bridges, and it's really adding to the atmosphere, which is good. So yeah, I guess if you want atmosphere in your town, just add bridges. And I also threw in this bush. I'm not sure if I like it or not. But yeah, that's it. And then we still need to do the interior for this thing. And I'm thinking maybe we can do stairs that go up. And then maybe this is like a library type thing up here. And then downstairs is where you can buy your, whatever they're called, like the deeds for the land or something. But anyways, that's the next step for that building. But for now, let's go ahead and get started on this bakery. And what you see here is just the floor plan that I laid out. And basically this is going to be a spot where you walk in and then you can access the big furnace thingy where you bake the bread. And this is going to be that. And then the door will be right here. And this part is going to go up a few stories just for some extra room, and then maybe I'll throw in another one of those furnaces somewhere on this side. But anyways, let's go ahead and do this thing. So right here it's going to be a 3 wide gap, and we're going to go up 4 tall, then skip the 3, then another 4, then to the right of this is going to be a 1 wide gap, up 4, then a 2 wide gap, up 4, and then another 2 wide gap, up 4, and a 1 wide gap, and then same height. And for right here you can go ahead and place a pillar for now, but in the end I think we might delete that one and just have the roof kind of connect to the furnace, and hopefully that might work out. But anyways, to the right of that you're going to skip 3 again and add another pillar. And then if we go back to the doorway and go to the left, do another 4 tall pillar and then skip 3 next to that one. And then right here is going to be 2 wide gaps and then 1 wide gap. And then for the back, that's just going to be 2 3 wide gaps. And that's going to do it for all the pillars on the first floor. Now we can go ahead and start laying down our cobblestone for the row on the bottom. And then for this section, make sure and leave that one spot open for the door, but the rest you can go ahead and fill in all the way. And just go ahead and do this all the way around. And for this section right here, go ahead and leave that open. I think in the end we're going to delete this pillar right here, and actually we can go ahead and do that now, since we do not really need it. And then we'll fill that in with some oak wood. And where were we? Oh yeah, I guess we can add a pillar right there for now, but in the end this section's going to be 2 stories. So once we get to there, we're going to switch it back to the 2 wide gaps, just so it matches up with that side. But it looks like we're done with the pillars. Or what were we doing? Oh yeah, cobblestone. So we got to keep filling this in. Looks like we left off right here. And there we go. So now we can start filling in our spruce wood planks. So let's go ahead and grab some of those. And then for the doorway, it's just going to be an arch. And actually, don't go up that high. Just go up 2, then do the arch. And 2 down on the other side. And then for all the single wide gaps, just go ahead and fill them in. But whenever you see a 3 wide gap, go ahead and make a window like that. And then for the 2 wide gaps, you can add a window if you want. And for these ones, you're going to put 2 spruce wood sections on the outside and leave the middle blocks open as windows. And then right there, there's another 1 wide gap, so fill that in. And then for these back 2, if you don't have a hill behind yours, go ahead and leave them open as windows. For me, since I have that hill, I'm going to go ahead and close them off, because there's no sense having a window if you're just going to be able to see dirt with it. And then fill in that 1 wide gap. For this, yeah, I guess I'll fill this one in too. You can do a window right there if you want. And then right here, I'll go ahead and add a window. Or you know what, since this is right by the furnace, and the furnace might end up connecting right there, go ahead and fill these blocks in no matter what, even on this side. And then for these gaps right here, go ahead and fill those in, and that should do it for that first spot. And then above each one of our filled in walls, go ahead and do a spruce wood crossbeam like this, connecting all of the top of the pillars, and go ahead and do this all the way around. And I think what we're going to do is save the furnace for last, just because that might make things a bit easier. But anyways guys, next what you want to do is do pillars like this, all the way around on each side of the spruce wood pillars you've already made. Oops, and make sure they all face straight up. And I'm going to go ahead and fill this block in right here, just so it doesn't look that weird. And back to making our pillars. And now the next thing we're going to use our spruce wood for is placing a single block on top of each one of these white spaces on the first set of not cobblestone pillars, but spruce wood pillars we placed. And make sure you do this all the way around. And then once you're done with this, go ahead and go on the outside and bring it up 2 on top of every pillar, so it has an overhang of 1. And then after this, we'll go ahead and make the little tiny pillars right there with the cobblestone and fence. And those just go right underneath the overhang. And you know what, before we do that, we're actually going to need to grab some cobblestone stairs and place those on the block right underneath. And then after this, we can do our small decorative pillars. Okay, so now for the pillars, and all you need is a cobblestone wall and a fence. Oops. Okay, there we go, we're good. So for this one you're going to do a cobblestone wall on the top and one on the bottom. Oops, did I just say that backwards? Anyways. And then a fence in the middle, and then, so once again I'll try to say this right, cobblestone on the bottom, and then one on the top, and then a fence in the middle. And then just go ahead and do that all the way around. And I think the fastest way to do this is just start with all the cobblestone walls and then go back around and do your fences, just so you don't have to waste time scrolling through each block. And then if you have grass blocks or whatever material is underneath your building, just go ahead and leave them there to make it look like the pillar's kind of digging in to the ground and it got buried over time. Okay, so now that we are done with the cobblestone walls, we can go ahead and start with the fences and just go all the way around placing these in. And then our next step will be to put our windows in. Okay, so now for the windows, and I like to use the white glass for these, just because I think it really fits in with the Viking style in this texture pack. Wow, so this building really doesn't have any windows. How many were there? 1, 2, 3. That's it. I guess that's alright. But anyways, back to your spruce wood, and you're going to do another set of cross beams, not right on top of the other cross beams, but one out from it, like this, so it'll be in the middle block whenever you have these 3. And then for these ones, it's just going to be a single one in the middle, and then for your corners, this is where it gets a little tricky. So go ahead and take a cobblestone half slab and place it right on the corner so it lines up evenly with the previous cross beams, and then do a spruce wood block facing straight up and then 2 coming off it like that. And I think we only have 1 more corner on this build, or maybe 2 more, so that's good. But anyways, back to this, you're just going to do the cross beam right in the middle And then here's another corner, so take your half slab and stick it on the corner. Spruce wood block facing up, and then 2 going out, and then back to our standard ones. And now for the final corner, and I think our final set of cross beams. So once again, cobblestone half slab, spruce wood block facing up, and then 2 facing out towards you. And there we go, that is going to do it for the first floor. Well, maybe not. We actually need to do these little fence designs. So to do these, you're going to take the fences, place them in there, and then after that, we need to find some of these spruce wood half slabs and place them in right underneath, like this. And you can even do some on the corners if you'd like. And then above those, just go ahead and place, let's see, well, this is actually going to be a small roof right here, so do a block right there facing out, same thing on the other side, and then do your little fence design right underneath that. And then we can even squeeze some in here if we want. And for this side it looks like we'll just have 2, but we can still bring all these all the way across. And then 1 on the corner. And for this one, you're going to have that facing that way, I believe. Nope, I think we're going to change it up and go this way, and then our roof will slant up like this. But we'll leave that for later. So anyways, stick your fence in there, and then we'll do the other side as well. And it looks like we did miss a few other spots, so I guess this is the only one. So fences, and then half slabs right underneath. And then for this, oh yeah, this is a corner, so once again, just 2 fences, and then you're going to do your spruce wood half slabs underneath that. And for this side right here, since this is going to be a 2-story one, you can do your fence right there and a half slab right underneath that, and then go ahead and find some spruce wood stairs wherever they may be. There they are, and then place it facing this way on top of that. And then for this side right here, just do 3 fences and 3 half slabs right below those. Same for this wall. And I think we're done. Oh, looks like we got one more side. And same thing for this one as we did for the other side, so grab your stairs once again, place it facing that way, and we have one more right here. And then these are just standard walls, so do one on this side, and then this is going to be 2 2-wide gaps, so just do 2 fences, and then a total of 4 half slabs underneath them. And you don't have to do this, but I think it adds a little more depth and strength or support to the build. So all you need is some stone stairs, and then just place them like this in all the 3-wide gaps. And then for these it'll be tough to get them in there, but if you can, try and do it. So like that. And then leave the corners open on the 2-wide gaps. Just place them on the 2 outside blocks, and leave the 1-wide gaps open. And we might have a few to do on this side, so once again, leave the 1-wide gap open, and then squeeze one in there if you want, and go ahead and leave this since our brick's going to go up that way. Leave that, unless you don't have grass on it like me. Then go ahead and place 1 in there, same with all these walls. And these are the 3-wide gaps, you're going to do 2 on the outsides if you don't have a hill right here. And then that should do it. So now, let's go ahead and place a door, and we can start with the 2nd floor and some of our roofs. So let's see, oh, it's on redstone. So there's our door, and before I forget, I'll go ahead and place a torch. Just to add some nice light to the outside. Usually on builds, I only place the torch, or whenever I place torches on the outside, it only goes right by the door, unless there's a big side that usually stays dark at night. and has room for a few extra ones. But besides that, I like to keep my torches on the inside, just because that's how it is kind of in real life, back in the medieval days. And the worst thing you can do, I guess, is place a bunch of torches on the roof. That's actually what I did when I first started out building. My roofs were just filled with them. But now I've come to realize that it doesn't look too good. But anyways, back to the build. So let's go ahead and start with our small roof right here. And it's just going to be the standard triangle shape. And make sure and leave those blocks in the middle, like this, just to add to the detail. And then on this roof it's going to be the same thing, but it's going to be a little tricky since this kind of digs in. So I guess we'll save this one for last. So now for the big roof, we're going to go up 4 more. And I think for this we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go over one and to the side one, like that. And then place a block 2 to the left, and then same for the left side of this. And that's how it's going to end up, and then go 1 over and 1 back. And place another, what are these called, pillars. And then for this side we got to measure out how far it'll go, so... Or maybe we could just put it on this block right here, and we just make sure that's odd. So drag this all the way over till it meets with this side. And I think if you still have these blocks right here, you can just go up 4 from that. Never mind, that's not going to work. So you're actually going to need to go 1 to the left. And then I'm just going to make sure this is an odd number real quick. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so yes it is. And then on the middle of that, go ahead and place another one of these. And that should look fine. And then what else can we do? We'll go over 5 to the left and go up 4, and then place a block 1 to the left and 1 back right here, and then connect this side just like we did on the other one. Then stick a pillar right in the middle so it creates 2 2-wide gaps, and then connect some cross beams in the middle of that. Same for this side. And there we go. So now it looks like we're going to be able to do this roof, and for this one you're going to do a half triangle going up like this. And same for this side. Let's see, how are we going to do this one? I guess we'll just stick the block right here, and that should match up good. And this one's going to actually be able to go downwards a little on the other side. Unlike this one, since it goes into the flat part instead of this little corner right here. And now for the back roofs, the walls, which are these right here, you're going to skip 1 block and then do this sort of thing. I kind of want to mix it up. I was going to go both sides 4 high like that, but maybe if we just do this one right here, and then for this side it will be just a small roof. Yeah, like that. So that should look good, and it definitely adds some variation to the build, because you never want to make your builds just all the same way, really boxy and symmetrical. Unless you're doing sort of a modern build, then it works, but in these medieval ones I like to keep it kind of buried up, except when you're doing these town hall buildings. Those kind of tend to be symmetrical, but as you can see, my blacksmith is really crazy. Same with the inn. Let's see, that one's a little less crazy, but I guess it needs to be just to be able to have that big flat spot for the water wheel. But anyways, back to this, and I believe we forgot to do this pillar right here on this side, creating the 2 3-wide gaps. But now we can start doing the angles up on this roof. But before we do that, let's go ahead and place 2 blocks facing outwards on either side. And now we can do the big triangle. And like I said before, make sure and leave these blocks in the middle, like I'm doing. Unless you want to delete them and place a big window there. but I'm not sure if that will look good on this build or not. And there we go, so that should be good. And since this is the Viking build style and we're going to be doing the hay or thatch roof, we definitely need to fill in some cross beams all the way up just to make it easier to place those, or else it becomes a real pain in the ass because you got to keep going in and out, trying to get the right angle for those things. And now back down on the other side. And before we finish this off, let's go ahead and place some spruce wood full blocks. Or before we do that, let's go ahead and add some floors. And to do that, we're going to take some oak wood. And for the first floor, you're going to go, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up, and then fill that layer in. So you're going to be filling the 5th layer, or the 5th block up. And then the next floor is only going to be the 4th layer up, or the 4th block. And I guess that makes sense, because when you walk into a shop, you don't want it to be all cramped on the bottom floor, but upstairs, when it's just going to be for storage, or maybe the shop owner's sleeping area, smaller ceiling or lower ceiling might add to the coziness, or whatever you want to call it. And so where were we? Oh yeah, filling in this floor. And while we're at it, I guess we can take our spruce wood and fill in some of these other roofs too. So let's do that. Oops, wrong material. So make sure you use your spruce wood, unlike I just did. And while we're here, you can either use the spruce wood that was in your hands or these regular spruce wood logs and just connect these all the way across. Like that. And for this block, what do we do right there? Because that looks kind of weird. I guess you could just leave it right now, but the way we do walls, this little section right here is going to stay open. So maybe just do a pillar right there of the spruce wood. You're not going to see it in the end, but it will make this little roof spot right here look a little better. So make sure and do that. And then fill these gaps in right here. And before we do that, let's go ahead and connect all these one block forward, or backwards, I should say. And then fill in the gaps. And for this side, go ahead and leave that open for now. And just fill in this roof. And let's connect these first. And then leave this side open. And now we can move up to the next floor. And you can either, let's see, I guess if you don't want it to be too cozy, or maybe you could do half and half. So one section, the ceiling goes all the way up, and then the other one, maybe the bedroom spot, you want to have the ceiling lower so it's more cozy. But I'm just going to do a floor across the whole thing. Alright, so now that we've got that complete, let's go ahead and fill in all these gaps right here. And same for this side. And now we can connect these across just like we did downstairs. And as you can see here, this spot doesn't have any way to get down, so if you want, you can make this an attic or like a storage space and just make a little hole and connect a ladder if it goes down. But for now, I'm going to leave it closed off. And if you do want to see the interior for this build, just make sure and leave a comment saying you do, and I'll definitely take it into consideration, because this seems like it might be a fun building to try out an interior. I think our last one was the inn, and then that didn't have much room. I might have placed some stuff in there. Let me check. Oh yeah, I didn't even do anything in here. So we got to do that one. Maybe I'll make this one and this watermill into one video, since they are both pretty small. And there's that random bed again. Not sure why that's in there. But anyways, like I said, this one should be a fun build to do an interior for, even though I do hate interiors. But where were we? We were on the roofs, but let's go and fill in our walls first. So for that, we're going to do, well, let me see, for this side, yeah, leave those there. But first we're going to connect these. And then a crossbeam that goes across like that. I don't know, this one's looking kind of weird. I'm thinking it should be fine. Ah, fuck it, we'll leave it. If anything goes wrong, it should be an easy fix. But go ahead and do your triangle roof shape that goes up, and then make sure and leave those blocks in the middle, which is only one for this small roof. And then connect these cross beams all the way across to the big roof. And before you go, make sure and place your spruce wood planks in all these holes. And there we go, so place one in there too, because I don't know if you can get to it from the inside. I guess you could have, but whatever. Yeah, because there's no way we're going to be able to fit our roof in there, so close that one off, but leave this side open. And then for right here, we're going to add a window, so make it like that. And for this, you can leave that open or close it off. It does look kind of nasty, so maybe we should just fill that in. And same for this side. And actually, let's see. Put a block right there and then fill this in as well. Because for these walls, you want to have them one back instead of right inside there. Just because it does add depth to the build and just makes it look a whole lot better. So it's not so flat and whatnot. But anyways, since this is a 5 wide gap, put your pillars straight in the middle and then have the windows like that. And for this, let's see, what should we do? Let's fill this in for now. Yeah, that should be good. And then I'm gonna do it, but if you want, or I mean I'm not gonna do it, but if you want to, go ahead and place some stairs going to the first floor. And now let's go ahead, or actually before we do the roof, let's add some windows and then some more little tiny designs around the build. So what do we need? Oh yeah, the glass panes, the white ones. And I think there are way more windows on the second floor than we had on the first. So that's kind of good. Or maybe there's the same amount. Is there? 1, 2, 3, and then do we have any on the back side? One, we got, okay, so there's only one more window on the second floor. I thought there would be way more, but I guess not. So for the extra designs I was talking about, go ahead and take a cobblestone stair and place them on the 2 outside blocks, just like we did for the first floor. And then same thing on these 5 wide gaps. And leave these little roofs just open like that. Same for those single wide gaps. And I guess that's all we need to do for those. And then for these things, the little decorative pillars, we're going to place blocks like this. all the way around. So I guess on every pillar you see, just go ahead and do a spruce wood poking out from it. Except right here, maybe. Leave it for now. If it doesn't look good in the end, I guess we can remove it. And then this might be the last wall we need to do it on. Oh, and right here. And this side. I was wrong. Okay, so now for the decorative pillars. And for these, once again, you're just going to need your fence and your cobblestone wall. So let's place those in. And once again, it's going to be a cobblestone wall on the top and one on the bottom, and then a fence right in the middle. And for this side, or the middle, you're going to leave that open since the roof is going to interfere with that. But still leave this spruce wood block poking out. Okay, so once again, make sure and do your cobblestone walls first as you go around, and then your fences as you go around the second time. Just because it should be a little faster. Is that right, or do we leave that open? I think we'll leave that side open. And now for the fences. Alright, so now we can finally start on our roof. I must say this building is looking pretty good. I'm just not sure I'm going to do furnace just yet. Maybe if we delete these blocks for now. I guess we'll save it for later. I'll think of ideas while I'm building the roof. But anyways, okay, for the roof you're going to need all the types of spruce wood planks. So the full blocks, the stairs, and the half slabs as well. And you are also going to need, let's see, just the hay, I guess. And then that should do it. So I guess we can start on the small roofs and then we'll finish off with the big roof. And hopefully that works out. So for this, you're going to place your first block right here, then go out one, and then work your way up. And I find that the easiest way to do this is place the block to the left, and then one to the right, then just delete it. And then do one upside down one on the top, and then some upside down stairs on the stairs you already placed, and then just go back down on the other side doing the exact same thing, but just the opposite way. And you can even place a stair right there. And then back to the upside down stairs, and then that one's going to be done. All we need to do is add the Viking design, and for this you're going to do one full block in the middle, two upside down stairs on the left and right side of that block, and then two upright stairs on top of the upside down stairs. And then that should do it. And, or actually, I guess it wouldn't. So let's do... How am I going to do this? I guess we'll do all the stairs first, all the way around the build, and then we'll end it with cobweb thatch. Or hay, if that's what you call it. But before we do that, let's do stairs going all the way up like this to the top. Just to add some distortion to the plain roof we have up here. And let me see, do I actually want to add more detail? We could if we added a, let me see. That might be too cluttered, not sure. Yeah, I think that's a bit too much. Maybe one in the back? No, not even, because we already have this one. It should be fine. If you want, you can put in this small window right here, or small roof section. Or I'm going to leave it for now. If it does end up looking too plain at the end, I'll go ahead and change it. Okay, so now for this small roof on this side. So for this, you're going to start with this block right here, and bring them all the way across, and then go one out, and then work your way up, just like this. And this is going to be that top center block, so do an upside down stair right there, and then upside down stairs going down on the left side, and then let's see, how is the best way to do this? Because I really don't want to get stuck in here. Let's just do a stair right there, and then upside down one, and another upside down stair. And then I guess it doesn't matter if we place the upright in that little hidden spot because you won't be able to see it. But back to the Viking design, so full block, or do we even need one right there? We can leave this for now because I'm not sure how it's going to interact with this bigger roof and the small roof that pokes out right there. So just do the same thing on this side. And this pillar might get in the way, so delete that for now. But you can go ahead and leave those two blocks if you want. I might actually delete them, because they do look kind of weird there and out of place. And that should do it for this roof right here. It does look a bit plain, so if you want, you can do stairs in the middle like that. Yeah, that looks nice. So next we can do this roof. And for this, you're going to take this block and switch it up, going that way. Or is that not even right? It's not. So take a block and go out one to that side, and then for this one's roof, you're going to place your first stair on this, and skip that block, and then go two to the left, and then work your way up, just like you did for the other roofs. And then once again, place that upside down stair on the top, then work your way back down. And it looks like this pillar is going to get in the way. So maybe just leave it like that, and that looks somewhat decent. And then go ahead and place your upside down stairs in. And for the top of this one, I'm debating if we should put the Viking design on this one or not. I guess we'll see what this roof ends up looking like. Did we even do this right? Yeah, I think we did. We should be fine. So, oh yeah, so for sure we're not going to be able to do the Viking design, because this roof will definitely interfere with it. But anyways, start on this block, then go left 2, and then work your way up, just like you do on any other roof. And then on that very top block, make sure and do your upside down stair, and then work your way back down on the other side, just doing the exact same thing but in the opposite way. And then do your upside down stairs, and that'll do it. And I guess we can actually do the Viking design on this one, so full block, then 2 upside down stairs on the left and right side of that, and then 2 upright stairs on top of those. And then do your spruce wood stairs facing backwards, going towards the big roof. So what next? If we want, we can remove these and then put a block in right there, and it'll just be one big roof going all the way down. And then that makes a little more sense. Maybe we can even delete these blocks and put our pillar back in. That looks kind of cool. And let me just check for any more small roofs around the build. Okay, sweet, so it looks like we can start on the big one. And for this big thing, we're going to do our first stair there, and then go 2 to the right after skipping that spruce wood block that pokes out, and then work your way up. And now for the upside down stair, and then go back down on the other side, and once you're done going down, make sure and place those upside down stairs below the stairs that you recently just placed. Now for the other side, and for this, place your first block right here, then go all the way to the left until you get that overhang of 1, and then go back up to the top, And then once you get down here, make sure and place 2 more spruce wood stairs on that. Or you know what, maybe it's only 1 that we need, since there are going to be hay blocks right here. And then before I forget, let's go ahead and do some upside down stairs below all the ones we just placed. And now we can do our Viking designs wherever we missed them. And I think that'll just be these 2 sides, but there might be a small roof that we could have gotten, but we didn't. So I'll make sure and check after this. So once again, it's 2 upside down stairs on the left and right side, and then 2 stairs facing upright. Just like that. And let me just check for any small roofs. Oops, and this block right here, that's upside down facing out towards us, let's go ahead and switch to that so it faces up, just like the rest of them. And I think we're done with all our stairs, so that's good. Oh wait, we still need to do, let's see, we dropped it for some reason, but anyways, if you didn't, or if you did drop it, make sure and grab your spruce wood half slab and place it on the middle block. Is that the middle? I think it is, and I'll leave that for now. So just make sure and place it on the middle block, and then do stairs facing backwards from the Viking design going towards it. And that looks pretty good. And now I guess we can start with our hay. And this should be easy since we did our spruce wood, what are they called? Cross beams, I guess. But anyways, for the roofs, you're going to do your hay facing out towards the stairs. And on the bottom row, make sure all the hay blocks are facing the same way. But on the middle blocks, point them out towards you, just like that. So once again, bottom row, face them all the same way, pointing out towards the stair. And on the outside layer going up, point them all towards the stair. And then for the middle ones, face them towards you. And for this roof, the bottom row is going to face this way, all the way across. And then same for all these outside blocks. And then all of the middle ones are just going to point out towards you, just like this. And this side right here is going to have this block facing that way, and then one going like this. And that looks pretty good. And I think we have one more, nope, that'll do it for the small roofs. But we'll move on to this one. So to start off, you're going to do 3 facing this way on the bottom, and then point all your ones out towards the stairs. And then we'll move on to the blocks that go and point out towards you. So 1, 2, facing out towards you. Same with this one. And for all the corner blocks, make sure and face them straight up. And this one, since it is the bottom layer, face it all the same way. And same for all these right next to the stairs. And the rest of them can just face out straight towards you. And there we go, so now that side is done. Let's move to this side. Oops. Why the heck is that hole right there? Maybe if we just do something like this. That doesn't look better, does it? Let's try a full block right there. And then an upside down right below that one. And that kind of looks a little better. Not really, but oh well. What if we just try the stair right there, just like we had before, and fill this spot in with hay? Would that help? Maybe not, because what's really making it look weird is that, yeah, because when people walk on the ground, they're definitely going to see it, that white space right there. So what if we just change that so it faces this way? That should help out. But anyways, let's do our corner blocks first for this one. And on the bottom layer, you're going to make them face all the same way. Yeah, that's going to work. And then have these point out towards the stairs, same for this side, and then have the rest facing towards you when you place them. And now for the final roof, and this one will be the biggest one, So let's do our bottom layer that faces the same way. And then all the side ones that point out towards the stairs. And now for all the middle blocks. And I think what we can add instead of that smaller window is another chimney. So maybe an indoor bakery stove thingy, like that one. I'm not sure that I do want to place this bakery, whatever you call it, the stove, right there. Maybe I just want to have an indoor one. We'll leave it for now, we'll test it out, and then if it doesn't look good, I'll just do the indoor one only. But for the indoor one, let's just have it poking out right in the middle of this roof. And for the material, you're going to take some bricks. And maybe go 5 high. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. And I'm not sure if we use a cobblestone. Yeah, it is. So you're going to take your cobblestone, cobblestone wall, and stick it right on top for that. Or since this is a Viking style build, maybe we should have the roof kind of crooked. Let's see how that looks. So a stair right there. Or let me walk you through let me walk you guys through this thing. So 1 block right there, then go up 3, or go up 2, and place your stair, then another stair right there, then go up 3 more, like that, and then a stair right there, and right here, then go up 3 more again. That doesn't look too good, does it? No, it does not. So let's remove that weird thingy. If you guys think it looks good, you can definitely leave it, but I'm taking it out. And then for the top of this, we'll just place our cobblestone wall. And now that we've done that, we can move on to the big furnace, or stove, whatever you want to call it. And for this, we'll remove all these blocks for now, and then start building this thing. And I guess we'll go up 3 on every side and just fill it in. Hopefully I don't make this thing look too much like a blacksmith. But we'll see. Alright, and then remove these pillars and all these blocks that will interfere with the rest of the stove. That should do it, and then we'll place this for now just so we can make everything symmetrical on this thing. And so next, what I think we should do is place 2 stairs like this on every one of the 3 wide walls, and then remove this fence we have right there. And then if you can, squeeze in the stairs on these, or on this side right here that's kind of smushed together with the rest of the building. And now we just gotta figure out what to do with all these flat blocks. So maybe if we did a full block on the other side of each one of the stairs. And then what else could we do? Are there brick half slabs? I think there are. But where are they? Here they are. So let's try a brick half slab right there. And same for these. Maybe not. So whenever you see the 3 wide wall, leave that all the way open, but on the corners, place a half slab. And we'll see how this turns out. And then another half slab on top of all these full blocks that we did place. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. And then between these, place a full block. How does that look? Maybe it's curving too quickly. Let's try something else. Ooh, I've got an idea. So just place these. I know there's an open gap in the middle right now, but what if we did... Let's see. We go up right here, and then go up 2 above that. And then that way the furnace has some indents, like this. And then you can start to remove the roof, just so you can fit in your brick blocks. And then that way you'll have a less chance of burning down your build, because you don't want all this wood in the stove. Okay, so now we just gotta figure out how to fill this spot in and still have it look nice. Maybe we could do, you know, a full block right here, so on your layer that has the stairs, go back 1 and place a full block. And then we gotta get in and do this side as well. Or did we already do it? Nope, it's right here. Okay, so do that. And then, let's see, what can we do next? Okay, then next, go ahead and do a brick stair like that, right there. Yeah, this looks pretty cool. So for this, go 1 back from your full block, do a regular stair, and then on top of that do an upside down stair. And then just do this all the way around. And squeeze 1 in here if you can. And then upside down stair on top of that, and then same for this side. And now what? Let's try some cobblestone walls going up on these sides. And for right here, make sure and place a block of brick. And then remove this thatch block, or hay block, and place one right in there too. And now I'm thinking we could make a half roof and then have the rest of the chimney kind of go up. So for the roof, let's do something like this. Oops. So it's got a slight archway. And we can do this all the way around. And then back from each block, I guess we can raise it up 1 more than the previous one. So all you need to do is place a full block on the corners, and then for the middle one, just go up 2 with half slabs. Like that. And then we can start with the big chimney again, going back up. And then do upside down stairs on each side of that block. Let's see, is that looking good? I don't know, it looks kind of weird, but maybe, I think the top's getting too skinny. So what if we did something like that? Maybe not. Just keep it a full block there instead of the half slab then. And then do 3 on top of each one of the upside down stairs. We just gotta make sure not to have this chimney the same height as that one. I guess we could leave it at that height maybe. Actually delete these top 3. Put in some more cobblestone blocks. And then just do a rim of these half slabs. And that should finish it off. Now let's just do some more little designs right here, so maybe fences or iron bars would be even better. These don't go all the way up, do they? So iron bars like that, and then you're going to delete this block right here, just so you can have them go all the way to the top. And let's remove this again so we can sneak in there. I'll place them in on this side. There we go. And I guess that'll do it. The bottom is looking kind of plain, so maybe we should add either something like this. Yeah, that should do it, unless we want to go up even. Oops, okay, so I'm back. Jumped to my PC settings for some reason. But anyways, for this one you're going to delete that whole row, place a stair right there, skip a block, then do an upside down stair on top, and do this all the way around. So stair, skip a block, upside down one. And same for this side, except we can still do it like that. And then for right here, is this where it is? Yeah. Sneak in there and put one in. Actually, how are we gonna get out of here? I guess we'll delete those for now. Then do your upside down, one right there, and then fill that in. Okay, so yeah, now that thing's looking cool. All we need to do is fill these in, I think. Or should we leave them open? They might look better to leave them open, I think. And then we'll fill this in with lava. Oops, we did forget to place that one. So then, let's make it so we can drop in from the top. There we go. Now we'll fill in our lava, and hopefully it doesn't burn down the build. I'm guessing it won't, but we'll just have to wait and see. I can hear it burning stuff, but I'm not sure. And then we gotta make sure we can get out of here somehow. I guess we can't just fly through the top, can't we? Okay, so we just gotta make sure we don't have any blocks that are flowing around. It looks better when everything's kind of still. Don't place the lava yet, let's wait a bit until my video finishes, and if it doesn't burn down by then you can place the lava, even though it's safe. Uh-oh, I thought I heard something burning. Maybe not. I'm just gonna throw this thing into the water just so I don't accidentally click anything, because that would be really bad. And then let's go inside and make sure we can access the stove from there, and so far we can't. Uh-oh. Okay, so for this thing, you're gonna do, let's see, how can you do this? 2 stairs like that. I feel like if I delete this block, the lava is just gonna come pouring in, which will not be good. Let's place a block right there too. And then can we get down? Okay, so that's already got a brick block right there, so we should be safe. I'm gonna do 2 stairs like this, delete that block. And then let's fill this in, so there's no chance at all of our build burning down. Let's see, how can we do this and have it still look good? Yeah, something like this. And then maybe replace all these with bricks. Oh fuck, I saw something burning. Oh shit, it's happening. Oh my god. Please tell me it's not burning down the whole roof. Okay, so I do not hear it burning right now, so to fix it, let me see. Remove that fence for sure, and then place a block right there. And that should make it safe. Okay, so let's fill these back in with bricks. Oh damn, that was close. Okay, so you should be good to go now. Let's make sure and have this so it's not flowing. Oops. There we go. So yeah, it's definitely safe now. I hope. Famous last words, right? Okay, there we go. So everything looks good now, and it actually works. So that's that. I'll do the interior later. Ooh, there's a bat. If you guys want me to, just make sure and leave a comment saying you do. And then, yeah, that's gonna do it. So make sure and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that like button if you did enjoy the video. And don't forget to leave a comment saying what you want to see next. But anyways, guys, thanks again for watching, and as always, I will see you next time.